Hello and welcome back to week 3, I think. I can't believe I've actually been keeping up with this. I'm so proud of myself. But basically, I wasn't going to vlog today because I have uni and I have to take in so much stuff and I just don't have room for a camera sometimes because I don't want to damage my camera. I need to get a hard case for it, but cameras are so expensive and then everything that goes with it is so expensive too. Like I had to get spare batteries and I got fake ones and even they were like £50 for 2 and I was like pfft. And then I got like a little pink case which also makes it look cheaper, which is great because I don't want to get robbed. I'm fully insured but I don't want to get robbed. So yeah, anyway, actually I'm putting on a good face. I actually feel really ill right now. Been ill since Saturday evening and I've been very up and down, and then I came on my period on Saturday and I haven't had a period for ages because of the kind of contraception that I'm on. I don't really get them. So I'm like, I think it's really hitting me hard and I just feel so nauseous. But I was gonna force myself to go into uni because I'm not a quitter, and we're meant to be doing, I think we were meant to be doing a lesson on documentaries today, which is what I want to do. So I was like, oh my gosh, like I need to go, even if I can't stay for the whole of it, like I need to go. And sometimes when you get out of the house it makes you feel better. So I like put some makeup on, I brushed my hair, got dressed. I did put comfier clothes on today, hence the jumper, but I was like, I just need to do it because also, yeah, like having your mind off things as well. I think sometimes you can sit and wallow, is that the right term? And like make yourself worse. So I was like, look, let's try, it's uni, I love it, I'm not gonna feel worse. But I was on the tube and I was not feeling any better. And then as I was on the tube, I got to like Camden Town and I got an email from my teacher saying that lessons today would be on Zoom, well on Teams, and I was like, oh, well, I'm going back home then, because we have a lesson at 2 as well, but I asked if I could possibly zoom in for that too, and also what they're doing at 2 p.m. I think I've kind of already done by accident because I had time last lesson to do some things because I just got a bit ahead of myself basically, because I know I'm gonna have like such a busy time soon, so I was like, I just need to get everything that I can ready before going into the next part. So yeah, I just got very ahead of myself, so I'm actually not gonna miss anything. I have asked for a link for Teams just in case I can still sit there and do it, but yeah, I'm at home today, so I thought I might as well get out the camera and vlog. And I am going to take off the makeup because I just feel rough. And on my way into uni I was actually listening to, what are they called? Fantasy Fangirls on Spotify. I put an Instagram post up to ask people if they could send me anywhere for like a catch up of Iron Flame and Fourth Wing, because do you know what, I actually really remember Fourth Wing, but I think it's because it was like the first fantasy book I ever read, like proper fantasy book. Not like proper, but like it's a decent midway fantasy book, I would say. And like, it was the first one I read and I was like, like I actually felt so upset when I finished it that I didn't live in that world. Like it took me like a week to get over it, because like it was honestly one of the best books I've ever read in my life. Like I love that book so much. And then I read Iron Flame. But I read Iron Flame when I was not very well. I was really, really poorly for months. And I read it then, and I was living in I was very grateful, but it was such a cold house and like I just was so poorly, and I was getting ready to move to this flat, which was like, honestly, moving is I think one of the most stressful things you can do in life. Obviously living in a country like this, I'm not, you know, and I'm sure I'm very much aware there's a lot worse things going on, but yeah, it was a very stressful time. And like I said, I was actually really poorly. Like I was off work for so much, and I'm not that kind of person anymore like I was before. And then I got diagnosed with arthritis and now I'm on medication for it. I'm not a person that calls in sick. I was so sick and like I just couldn't work. I was like in and out of hospital. I was on hospital in Christmas Eve. I'm all good now. Still don't know what was wrong with me at the time, but you know. So yeah, so I was so poorly, I just don't think I was in the right mindset to read it, but I felt like I had to read it because I don't want spoilers. Like, I would probably not read Onyx Storm. I would probably wouldn't start it today because I don't really want to. Well, I do now. I wasn't really in the mood for it. Like, I actually, let me shift my bookcase. I got this and I've been dying to start this, but I keep seeing people getting spoilers for Onyx Storm, so I'm like, I need to read it then. I don't want spoilers. Like, I'll cry if I get spoilers. So I started listening to the fantasy fangirls, and quite a few people had sent me their Spotify, and they do like a good wrap up of Iron Flame and Fourth Wing, and it's before Onyx Storm came out. So I mean, they probably got an arc, but it was before it came out, so there's no spoilers of Onyx Storm, because I didn't want to search for things and then still find spoilers. So I'm quite happy about that, and actually really interesting. Like, it's not, some of them are, like, recaps are like 4 hours long for one book, but this is 58 minutes for 2 books, so I'm like, okay, doable. I will listen to that, and it actually really got me back in the mood for it. Like, and I thought I forgot more of Iron Flame than I had, because I don't know if that makes sense. I'm poorly. And like, when I was listening to that podcast, I was like, oh, okay, like, there is things I've forgotten. I don't even think I took them in originally, if I'm honest. Like, I was like, oh gosh, like, I think I skim over a lot by accident. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that meant that. But like, I actually remember reading it a lot more than I thought I did, and like the feeling. Because I remember I felt, you know when you get a feeling when you're reading a book, I did feel that for Iron Flame a lot of the time, but a lot of the time it was boring. But I'm feeling back in the feels again, and it's like grey skies here. I thought I was going to start it tonight. When I got back from uni, I was like, I need to have an everything shower, but I wasn't sure. But now I'm definitely going to start it. Like, yeah, I'm definitely going to start Onyx Storm today. I'm holding me accountable. You're going to do it. You're going to sit on TikTok all night and scroll. I'm going to start Onyx Storm. So yeah, so I actually need to set up my Teams meeting, but and take off my makeup. But yeah, I will probably vlog a bit more today. I'm going to try maybe meal prep a bit today as well, because I'm actually running out of food, and I have most of it. I just need to get some veggie meatballs and some curly fries. I'm actually trying really hard to be veggie. I'm trying to be vegan as well. Like, I would say I was accidentally vegan majority of the week anyway, because I don't have dairy. Only thing that lets me down is cheese, mainly Parmesan cheese, because I like to just buy a block. It's my treat for myself every couple of weeks, and buy a block of Parmesan and just like nibble on it. I love salt, and I don't really like sweet snacks, and I feel like most snacks are sweets or crisps, and sometimes I just don't want that. I just want cheese. So that's my only downfall. Otherwise, don't have milk. We don't have any milk in this house. Don't have soya milk. And Dad bought me like Coffee Mate powdered milk for whenever he comes over, because I literally don't have any kind of milk. I actually actually don't mind soya milk. I used to really enjoy it, but it actually just makes me feel a bit queasy now. If it's just a bit heavy. So I love black coffee. I'll just have black coffee every morning. And yeah, everything else is vegan. I don't have eggs. Everything else is dairy free that I have, because it doesn't agree with me. And then, like, I've been like that since I was like 10 maybe, don't eat dairy, which was tough because that was before vegans were like a big thing, and like there was literally nothing that you could eat. Like, it sucked. Whereas now I'm so thankful to vegans, because there's so much more dairy free stuff. But yeah, anyway, I'm doing like this environmental award that's like accredited by BAFTA for my professional work that I'm hoping to go into, and like you have to make a commitment to say that you're not going to, like, you're gonna like have a good carbon footprint. So I was like, well, I mean, I prefer veggie option most of the time. I'm not a big meat eater. I never cook meat at home. I only ever really have it if I get takeaway or eat out. And I actually really like tofu, and a lot of the time the other option is tofu, and I was like, I love tofu. It's like little mini Yorkshire puddings, so absolutely. So I'm trying really hard to maybe be vegan 4-5 times a week, 4 times, and vegetarian the rest of the time. Well, pescatarian. I probably will still have fish, because I do like some fish, and like I love shellfish, and I think, you know, maybe one day I'll stop having fish, but right now I still do want to have some fish. But again, I don't actually eat it that often, and it is shellfish that I eat if I do eat fish. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. I did say I needed to go, and I really do need to go. But yeah, I'm gonna do some meal prep, maybe. No, I'm going to, because I need to. So I need food for the rest of the week, and I don't have any. I'm gonna actually make what I made last week, which I didn't film. Did I film? I don't think I filmed it, so I'll film it this week. Yeah, literally getting so dark, and it's only 20 to 10. It's so dark already. I'll show you. Like, it's not really showing it, but it's so grey, and it literally just got really grey. It's gonna storm in a second. It has been very stormy here in England. But yeah, anyway, I must go and stop yapping. I think I could yap for England. But yeah, I'll probably film a bit of my day. I'll probably do some more uni work as well whilst I've got the time to. Because travelling, it takes me an hour and a half to get to uni every day, so without having that travel time, it's really good. So I'll like actually finish at 4 PM, maybe even earlier, because I don't know if I'll be able to get a Zoom link for my lesson later. But again, I'm not too concerned about it because I've actually already done the work. I'll probably sit there going, why did I do this? But anyway, I like to attend my teachers' lessons. They're putting in the effort for me. I'm gonna go. Long day done. At least it was at home. I actually got a good amount of stuff done, which is nice, and let my brain come relax. Like last night I did not sleep whatsoever because I was just stressing about all the things I've got to do. So I actually managed to get a lot of that done. So I managed to send out some more emails that I needed to do. I managed to do another like reel in TikTok for the boys, their Instagram and TikTok and their page that I do their social media for. Did some meal prep. I can't remember if I just said that or not, my brain is gone. But I'm so glad, cause, like I've only just got a couple, like, I mean I've got quite a lot to do still, like I need to film a poetic documentary, but that'll be fun, like that's gonna be cool. And then I need to set up like a social media page for the documentary, which I might do during the adverts of Love Island tonight, just to get that done, because I know I'm gonna have to edit another of the boys podcast this week, so that's gonna take up a lot of time. Also meant to be seeing some friends this week, so just want to get everything done, and I've got to do an all day, so I'm going to do a really long shift tomorrow at my job. But I thought I'm going to have a little pamper session to try and make myself feel better. My lips are so dry, sorry. I'm going to use what's left of this little Garnier hair mask and this Elemis hair mask. This is amazing, but Elemis is so expensive, so I've been like waiting to use it, but it's just I need to make room for things in this little cupboard because it's not, you can probably see it's not closing, so that's fun. Love that little vase from my bestie. But yeah, and then I'm gonna do some skincare. Sorry, I don't have a tripod that's small enough to fit up here, so you are being held. And then I'll put in some of this afterwards, which is also running out. I need to get another leave-in conditioner. I have no money, so I'm gonna have to make this last because I don't know, I probably could get a cheap one. I know this is quite cheap and this actually works really well in my hair, like my hair loves it, so yeah. And then I'll use this Body Shop body moisturiser afterwards. I'm gonna have an everything shower. And for my skincare, I kind of want to do a face mask, but I don't think I have the effort to do a face mask. I'm gonna do this, which if you've got the Look Fantastic calendar, you'll know. Also got this in there, some eye serum, and I also got this in there, which is like regenerating treatment oil. Regenerate me, please. So yeah, so I'm actually going to put the hair mask in now. And then I'm actually going to read some of not Iron Flame. Finish off the podcast whilst I put that in my hair. Then I'm going to read some of Onyx Storm. I really wish I got the hardback now, but I did not. So I'm gonna have to just leave my hand on here because it hurts. I'm gonna have to get the Kindle version. God, my hair looks really short there. It's not all my hair, that's why. It's fine. So I'm gonna have to just buy the Kindle version because I did want the hardback, and I debated whether to go into Waterstones to have one that's like walkable distance, which is brilliant. Like, it's not why I bought my flat, but it could have might as well have been. So I haven't watched the Waterstones, but I'm just not very well, and I could. No. They'll be cheaper on Kindle anyway, and I literally have zero money. If I can get it on a good deal on Amazon, I'll buy the hardback too. I don't never feel like reading a physical book, let alone a hardback, but I really want to. I think because I've always... No, I read... Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I read a full thing on my Kindle. I remember that because I didn't know how big the book was. I did not realise it was that long until I saw it in person, because it literally flew by. I thought it was like 300 pages, and I was like, oh, like 500 pages. Didn't expect that. And then I read Iron Flame in hardback, and I actually quite enjoy hardbacks, but then I wouldn't be able to, but then I don't think it's going to be one that I'll read on the tube. I need to have like 2 at the go. I normally have an audiobook for the tube. Oh, welcome to my brain. That's how my brain constantly is. But yeah, I'm going to go now because I'm not looking hot. But yeah, I'm going to do that and stop yapping and wasting time. that's me telling myself. Keep it quick. I am up early this morning. It's my day off. And I'm up early and I'm ready to go. I always wake up early, but I sometimes stay in bed for a while and read. But I got up. I had a great day yesterday at uni. I'm sure I'll have inserted some footage. We did some new shots on the cameras and tried out some new things on video because we only really touched base on video last term, so that was really fun and exciting. I feel like I'm really starting to get using the cameras, if that makes sense. So that was cool, and then I stayed to help a friend set up their podcast, which was really cool. So I helped my partner, but they do all the setup. But this one was like lots of cameras, lots of lights, very professional, like a lot of sound, like it was so much, and that was really cool to be part of that. So that was fun. So yeah, and then today we have an assignment from uni to make a poetic documentary, which is what I'm going to go out and do. So I actually have my little vlog camera, which is, I love my vlog camera, I use that the most. But I did get, this is a really crusty dusty bag, but it does the job. I'm going to see if it fits in my really cute girly bag. But I have my big girl camera, as I call it, which is my Sony A7, which I haven't properly used since getting it. I'm just so scared, like, again, it's all insured. Put it down carefully. It's all insured, just in case, you know, but I'm terrified to take it outside because it costs me so much money. And I don't have like a case, like on my vlog camera, I won't be able to really show you. I could probably show my phone, maybe I'll insert a clip if I remember. I bought this pink like silicone case. I don't know if I spoke about this, but it makes it look cheap. Like it literally makes my camera look so cheap, like I literally just when I got off the market, which is really good because I don't care what people see it as when I'm out and about. But like London can be quite scary, like people just steal your phones out of their hands. Like I've watched it happen like to a few women outside of my workplace, and like I've always invited them in to come and sort it out, call the police, use my phone, whatever they need to do. 'Cause it's quite scary, like a woman, especially being a woman like in London by yourself. Like these women are always by themselves, and I'm like, ugh. Like I would want, they was like, oh my god, thank you so much, but I'm like, I would want someone, and I would hope someone would do that for me if that literally happened outside of their shop. Anyway, so I'm gonna set up, I think I showed a clip of me setting up this camera because we have them, it's the same ones that we have at uni. It's this one. I just don't have, I really want a different lens, and I don't, this is the one that came with it. Do that. Which is it's a decent lens. It's like a decent zoom. It's 28-70, like it's not bad, but I really want 105 zoom because they're just so, I love that. But it is quite a lot of a bigger lens, which is hard. So to be fair, this lens is probably best for today anyway if I'm going around London. I'm hoping I can fit it in here. Also there's like a zip pouch which is perfect here for me to put my Kindle in. Also I just got this off Amazon. It's called Ulanzi. I don't know, I was seeing so many like, they're really nice like bum bags, fanny packs, whatever you call them, to put like a camera in, because I don't want anything that like literally is like screaming I have a camera in this bag. But I need one that has like, if you can see, like they have like pockets, like they're quite, not fluffy, but I don't know what you call it, I can't think of the word, but it's like so you can put your lens and your camera separately. Like a lot of cameras just come with the lens attached. Like my vlogging camera, you can change the lens, like a lot of cameras you can't. But if you can, like sometimes you have spare lenses, or like this one I don't keep the lens on because it came like this, that you don't keep the lens on. It has like a cover for, I forgot the name, whatever it is in there. It's not called a lens, it's called something else. And that's very sensitive, so it came with a cover, but this camera didn't come with a cover on it, so I assume it's kind of like you're meant to keep the lens on. And I probably won't ever change this lens, so yeah. I'm also trying out, and I finally got a tripod that's really easy to use and small and literally takes up no space, which is perfect. So I'm just trying that out, and so far, touch wood, it's doing quite well. But anyway, yes, so I need to stop faffing I've got 2 batteries ready to go that are charged. Yeah, I probably should have charged the one, there's one in there. I need to move my SD card over from this one onto there as well, because my other SD cards, I don't know why, but they won't read in my Mac, and I'm not really sure what I'm doing wrong, but I don't have enough time to figure that out. I need to get going before London gets really busy. I probably should have left a bit earlier, but I'm on my period. It's my excuse this week. So yeah, I'm gonna go. If I film, I will film on my phone because I'm not taking 2 cameras with me. And this one, like, it doesn't, like, this flips up, but you can't flip it round, so I won't really be able to see what I'm filming. Hello, good morning. I have no idea how much space I have on this SD card, so I'm just gonna have to give it a go. I'm looking a bit rough this morning. I think the lighting, I use daylight lighting, and it's England, so it's grey. Yesterday was actually such a beautiful day though. I will insert some of the footage I took. So I went around London and took some videos for like a poetic documentary that we have to hand in for an assignment, and it was actually so much fun. Like, I want to do, like, call it like big city dreams, of like moving to London. So when I moved here I loved it, and then I kind of like fell out of loving it, and I do think it's because I work in central London. Like, when I first moved here I didn't work in central London, so I loved it. Was like a joy to go into central, but now that I work there it's like whatever. But like, I went to the other side of central, and it was blue sky, like the sun was out, like give a little taster of summer. It was gorgeous. I honestly think I have a minute left on this SD card, so I need to be quick. My other one is uploading onto my laptop as we speak of yesterday's footage. But today I have the day off again, and my mum actually has a meeting in London, which is really, like, never happens. But she finishes soon, so I'm gonna go and meet her and have lunch before she has to get the train back to Birmingham, which will be really nice. And then think I'm going out with my neighbour tonight. We'll see. Who knows? I don't know if we're gonna go to hers. Literally just next door, could probably hear me right now if she's there. I don't know if we're going to go to hers or go to the pub, but yeah, should be a fun day. I'm going to switch SD cards, hopefully remember to put this bit of footage in, but yeah, I will film my day. I've also been reading Onyx and I'm obsessed. It's so good. It's so good. It's given me the feels of Fourth Wing, not Iron Flame. Like, Fourth Wing, when I had the book hangover, I was not okay, and I already feel like I'm not okay, and I'm only like 30% of the way through. Like, I can't stop reading, but I need it to not end, because I'm going to be devastated that I'm not in Bagstaff? I don't know how you say it, but oh, I'm not ready for it to be finished. I'm not okay. But anyway, I will see you in a bit. I mean, the view isn't as nice, but right there. got it for me. I have that bars. Going to buy this little thing because we thought, oh, £48. £40. No, that's just the base. And £24 for the freaking bowl.
It's just a bit too much.
Stop. So I am home now and I got some cream eggs. Actually, before I start with that, when I was on my way home, I was listening to like Gracie Abrams, as you do, and Taylor, and I was just like, I think I said it on my phone, feeling like magical. But do you want to know why? I think because since I've moved to this flat and I felt more stable in like certain aspects of my life, I've learned that I really enjoy organised chaos as my life. Like, I used to have to be in a routine so much for drama school and I found it really hard. Like, I would get so bored. Like, I was like, I'm so bored right now, like, of doing the same thing, getting up, making my breakfast, going to college, going to work, doing the same thing every day was so boring. And like, since I've moved to London, apart from when I worked full-time for a bit, for like a year, probably like 6 months I was working full-time, because I have been really fortunate that I haven't had to work much full-time, but I will have to soon. So I'm trying to do something else full-time, which is more fun than what I do right now. Don't get me wrong, I actually love the people at where I work and the company I work for. I just don't think I'm cut out for retail because customers are hard. They're tough. That's the reason. That's the aspect of my job that I don't enjoy. I love my colleagues so much. I love who I work for. I love the company. But customers, if they're nice, love my job, have the best time. I'm such a social person. Like, I'm such a social butterfly. I will chat and yap to anyone. But if they're mean, I'm an empath and I take that to heart. Like, I'll try and brush it off. Like, it doesn't actually bother me what they say. It's the fact that they're upset that I don't like, even if it's over the most ridiculous thing, which sometimes it is. A lot of the time it is. If it's valid, I'm like, fairs. But also, it's not my rules, so please don't shout at me. Like, often I'll be like, I understand and I am with you and I too would be annoyed, but it's not my fault. I'm just following the rules that are set for me. If you've worked in any customer facing service, you'll get what I mean. But I just want to do something more fun. But anyway, only time I felt similar to that was when I was working full time. But even then, like, I moved around quite a lot and I was living in different places. And even though it's quite stressful, I think I thrive in that environment. And if I get bored, I don't know, I just feel so mundane and I can't, like, my life is not meant to be mundane. Like, I can't, like, when I read like fancy novels or like dystopian, like, I'm meant for that. I'm magical. Probably didn't help that my mum never shot me down when I said I thought I had magic powers. She very much leaned into it and said, yeah, you do. If I had cramp on New Year's Eve, that was because my magical powers were coming through. Like, she definitely didn't help. And my dad didn't either say that I didn't, so they just let me wander off. I was an only child, I had to entertain myself somehow, do you know what I mean? So I think they just very much went with it. Anyway, I was feeling very magical. And also, like, the older I've got, I think I do love the organised chaos, but like, I just care a lot less. And I also think living in London can do that because you're in such a big city. And like, that's why, like, Emily Henry Book Lovers is one of my favourite books ever, because she says, like, she loves it because you could literally cry in the corner and no one would care. And like, it can be sad in some aspects, but also really freeing and nice in some ways of like, if I do something weird, I'm like probably never going to see this person ever again. But also, even if I do, I kind of don't care anymore. Like, I would never have done today when I went to King's Cross and put my phone, like, I mean, it was quiet, so I wouldn't do it if it was busy, mainly because I'm scared of someone stealing my phone. But like, I put my phone on the bookshelf and like, I filmed myself in the bookstore, and like, I would never have done that like 6 months ago, me. Like, I was so bad at university, I was so crippled with anxiety. I had a lot going on in my life and like a lot of grief, and I was like going through a lot, so it was very different. Like, when I was younger, I was so similar to how I am now. And then like, when I went to college for like 6 form years to the first year or two of uni. I did 4 years at uni. was very challenging for me because I felt so torn. Like I wanted to be so social, but I just couldn't. I was so anxious. So like I've slowly gotten out of that, and I do think getting older helps with that too. Like your hormones lessen, you're not, I don't know, you just care a lot less. Like you realise things don't matter, and like people, like those who mind don't matter and those who matter do mind. Like don't mind, those who matter don't mind. And it's so true. Like when I decided to do a complete different change of career, I realised like so many of my friends had done similar and I didn't even process. They just decided to do something completely different that they never studied for, like that, you know, they'd been studying that for years, but they're doing something different now. Like I didn't even think of it that way. I just thought, oh yeah, fair enough, you go girl, why not, do it, off you go, have fun. Like I didn't think, wait, but you worked really hard on something else and you're not pursuing that anymore. Like I didn't even have that thought process. So why would I think that those people that care about me would have that thought process, unless they thought I was doing something really out of character and random, do you know what I mean? I'd want them to call me out. But yeah, anyway, I turned this on because I wanted to try these. My mum was like convinced to buy me something at the station, and I was like, quite frankly, I'm not paying Olive. We did find a lamp and I did vlog that, but it was so expensive in the end. Like we thought, what a bargain, and then realised it wasn't a bargain, and I was like, I'm not spending any more money here when I could get it on Amazon. Like I'm a cheapskate in that way. But I did let her buy me some cream eggs because they had the, I was going to focus, the original white cream egg. I've never tried. I don't know if that's new this year. White chocolate cream egg and caramel. So I'm going to try the white chocolate. I think my boyfriend and his brother are going to come through to the lounge soon, so I'm going to have to skedaddle because I always stay in the lounge and they deserve it sometimes. I'm so intrigued. If you like cream egg and white chocolate, get this. It's the same inside. Sorry if you're a bit funny, I literally don't care. I do care about food OCD. I can't watch my baby cousin eat food. That's really good. Go and try them. I love cream eggs. I am severely lactose intolerant, but I just don't care. I will face the consequences. Yeah. I think that's all I've got to say at the moment. I might read a bit of Onyx Storm, but I am a bit pissed. So we'll see. I'm actually sobering up quite a lot now. I kind of want to do my documentary as well. Like put all the footage together because I'm quite proud of it and I'm excited to see what it'll look like. That takes concentration. I might actually just watch TV until the boys come in and I see what I'm doing later, if I'm going out or not, because if I get into my book, I won't want to go out. I would anyway. Like I'm not really, I used to be someone who would cancel all the time, but now I'm not, because I actually enjoy going out and don't feel severe crippling anxiety every time I leave the house, which is really nice and freeing. Like a lot of my friends think I'm like quite spontaneous and like outgoing, and honestly it is a fake it till you make it situation. I faked it so hard that I have now made it, I think. Like I'm such a black cat personality, but also I don't know, maybe I'm like an orange cat. Like I'm a cat, I'm an only child, I like my time to myself, but I also love being around people and I get a lot of energy from people. Like if I've been by myself too much, I know, because I have no energy. But I do need that recharging. But maybe that's just actually quite normal as well. Like I think a lot of people need that time, and if they don't, they probably don't realise that they do, and like if they have the time, they'll probably like, quite enjoy it. But yeah, I'm not a dependent person though. Like I could quite happily be by myself, but I enjoy it more with people most of the time. Yeah, anyway, cheers to Friday. I'm working at the weekend, but I'm still going to enjoy myself. Cheers.